Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister's wife, is expected to be indicted. What's going on?
That's right. First reports coming out last night here from sources at the Attorney General's office that he will move forward and indict Sarah Netanyahu for misusing state funds. She is accused of spending hundreds of thousands of state funds, taxpayer money, on all kinds of personal expenses, and that includes medical care for her late father, buying furniture that was billed to the prime minister's residence but ended up in the private home of the Netanyahus, all kinds of housework and repairs, again, billed to the prime minister's house but ending up, as it in fact turns out, were work and other items that were found at the Netanyahu's home. Now, this is an investigation that's been going on for more than 2 years. Already more than a year ago, police recommended that Sarah Netanyahu be indicted on fraud and bribery of trust. Not bribery, I'm sorry, breach of trust. And the case has been sitting with the Attorney General for more than a year, and now we're hearing he's going to move on it. It's important to say that today the Attorney General's office put out a statement saying that the decision has not been made yet, and they're denying this report.
Why has it taken so long for them to look like they're about to move on these?
You know, it's a terrific question. There has been, the police say they have collected, more than enough evidence. But of course, this is Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's wife. The Attorney General was appointed by the Prime Minister, and I think most people here assume, because of the sense of political nature of this, the police they took their time initially, and now the state prosecutor's office has taken their time. It may be that they just want to cross their, T's and dot their I's before they actually officially charge her, which means she could be put on trial. It could go to court. Maybe she'll decide to sign some kind of plea bargain. All of it is very troubling for the prime minister, who himself is now involved in, 2 corruption cases against him that seem to be gaining momentum, especially in the last few days. Yeah,
talk about that for a moment. It's one thing that they're expected to move on these charges with the wife, but Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is under suspicion. What are the allegations there?
Right. So there was actually a dramatic development in this just a few days ago. One of Netanyahu's closest advisors, a man who was his chief of staff twice and helped him really get elected and then reelected. He's actually an Israeli-American named Ari Haro. He signed a deal to become a state witness just a few days ago and testify against Netanyahu. Now, police, when they wrote that, when the news came about that deal for Haro to become a state witness, police finally put in writing that they suspect Netanyahu of bribery, fraud, breach of trust in 2 separate cases. And now it looks very likely that Netanyahu will be questioned again. Most people here now feel that this is a critical moment, that the wave has turned now into a new path where many people here believe Netanyahu will be indicted. It still may be months away, but never before has there seemed to be so much evidence to that leading to that conclusion.
Yeah, what has Benjamin Netanyahu said about all this, if anything?
Yeah, well, Netanyahu seems to be, sometimes he is addressing the accusations against him, saying they're absolutely baseless, that he's innocent. He has a quote here he repeats often, there will be nothing because there was nothing. But lately, in the last couple of days, especially since this state witness, this affair with Ari Haro, now Netanyahu says he is, not letting the background noise throw him off. He is continuing to lead the Israeli public. So now he's taking a position where he seems to be trying to lay low and ignore the cases against him.
Jordana Miller, ABC News correspondent in Jerusalem with the latest. Jordana, be safe. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
7:10, Big